Welcome to Legal English Lab. Today, we're diving into a vital topic, law and war, the basics of international humanitarian law and martial law. We'll explore the key principles that protect civilians, regulate armed conflicts, and understand how martial law operates in exceptional situations. Let's get started. International humanitarian law is a part of international public law. It regulates the rules of war. Its goal is to reduce suffering during armed conflicts and to protect civilians, wounded people, prisoners of war, and medical workers. International humanitarian law starts from the moment the fighting begins, even without an official declaration of war. The main documents of international humanitarian law are the Geneva Conventions, the Hague Conventions, and the additional protocols. The Geneva Conventions protect the victims of war, the wounded, the sick, prisoners of war, civilians, and medical staff. They say who people cannot attack and how to treat those who do not fight. These rules come from 4 conventions in 1949 and some later protocols. The Hague Conventions focus on the means and methods of war. They explain how to fight in a legal way. They ban some weapons, forbid attacks on civilian places, and ask all sides to respect rules during occupation. So, Geneva protects people, and The Hague sets the rules of war. Both systems work together. International humanitarian law asks all sides in a conflict to follow the principles of distinction, proportionality, and humanity. They must see the difference between military and civilian targets. They must not cause too much harm to civilians. The principle of proportionality means the harm to civilians must not be too big compared to the military gain. For example, if one attack on a small military target kills many civilians, this is a violation of international humanitarian law. Also, if a person acts like a civilian during the day and takes weapons at night, this person becomes a fighter and loses protection. In practice, people often break international humanitarian law. Russia attacks civilian buildings in Ukraine, like schools, hospitals, and homes. People also criticize Israel for attacks in Gaza that kill many civilians. These actions can be war crimes. International humanitarian law does not directly forbid the control of natural resources, but it warns against using them in war if this causes suffering. Water is very important for life. Some countries use water as a tool of pressure. For example, India and Pakistan have tensions over the Indus River. Israel controls water in Gaza and the West Bank. Egypt worries about the dam in Ethiopia because it reduces water in the Nile and may hurt millions of people. These actions can break international humanitarian law and environmental law if they cause disasters or target civilians or break the rules of proportionality. The International Criminal Court works under the Rome Statute. It judges war crimes. Ukraine joins the statute in 2024. Russia and the USA do not. The USA even puts sanctions on the International Criminal Court prosecutors who investigate crimes in Afghanistan. In 2023, the court gives an arrest warrant for Putin, but the question of enforcement stays open. The International Committee of the Red Cross helps war victims. It visits prisoners and gives aid. Usually, both sides allow the International Committee of the Red Cross work, but only if they agree. What necessary understand? International humanitarian law does not stop war, but it sets limits. It says, even in war, humanity matters, if people choose to defend it. Enjoy your progress. New Legal English videos coming soon. Subscribe the channel Legal English Lab. Don't forget to like the video.